Hey, Carl.
What's up?
We're live.
I'm back, baby. Back on the creep off.
Yay.
Yay. We got a show in Boston, June 21st, WATPlive.com.
That's a pretty good plug.
Thanks.
It's prime real estate, too. At the beginning of the creep off, you just sandwich that in there like that.
Why not?
It's a good point. It's a good spot for it. Let's get after it.
If you're a kid, don't get on here, okay? See, that's how you do a disclaimer. Okay? You tell the kids to get out the fuck off the damn page.
I'm going to give the people what they want. Sensation, horror, shock.
I'm going to deliver the goods because I'm alive and I'm not backing down.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Hola, creepos. Welcome to another episode of your favorite true crime podcast, the show about creeps by creeps. For you creeps, where every episode is a contest. Here to tell us the rules of the contest, it's my co-host, Hot Carl.
Thank you, Vinny. Thanks for having me once again to the Creep Off Studios here in lovely downtown Rochester, New York. Of course, this is a true crime show for men because it is a contest. Every week, Vinny and I bring who we think are the biggest creeps in a certain category. And then you go to thecreepoff.com and you vote for who you thought brought the bigger creep. And we award someone a victory the next week after tallying up the votes from our, what do we call it? The results girl?
Yeah, our results.
Who we're going to see momentarily.
Yeah.
And the first person to get to 5 wins wins that round. The other person has to spin the dreaded Wheel of Consequences.
Now, before I bring Danny in here, I want to tell you that I conceded the point.
From, we put a poll up.
Yeah, I conceded it last week.
So the poll agreed with me then.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's fine.
All
Who
right.
cares? Whatever. I'll just have to come back and whip your ass.
I hear you, man.
Like I've done time and time
I
again.
can see why you'd be confident. You definitely are leading the overall standings.
If this was the AFC East, I would be the Bills. Isn't that
Correct.
fucking crazy?
Yes, I would be the Jets.
We're like the Patriots these days, but Jets works too.
No, I'd be the butt fumble Jets. The Mark Sanchez era.
Yeah. Always with butt stuff with you. All right.
Not always.
Well, just most of the time.
Sometimes I reach around.
Waka.
Vinny, we are celebrating today. I just want to remind everyone before we get started. I know we got to talk about the results from last week, but today is a holiday.
It is.
It is Super Chat Monday.
It certainly is. And my man, Hellraiser69, is leading off with $5. Great seeing you again on Saturday, Vinny. Carl, just do it.
Oh, I missed Hellraiser. Yeah, I was at the Friday show for Florentine. How did that go?
The Saturday early show was great. The late show, oof, I had to throw out 3 drunks.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
I got them out real quick.
Okay. Why did you have to throw them out? Like, you're the performer.
Well, I just had to kind of wink at the door guy and be like, hey,
got it. Did
Did
they go quietly?
Well, I was leading the crowd in a chant of na 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 na.
Mhm.
Yeah, so they were not happy, but everyone else was.
Good. All right. Good for you, buddy.
Yeah, they were those people that were just going to ruin the night for everybody. But Hellraiser69 was not one of those people. He was fantastic. It's
One of
always
the good
great
ones.
to see him.
Is
Absolutely.
that an updated photo of him with
Florentine?
Florentine? Yeah, I used to
appears.
have him with what's his nuts? Anthony Zenhauser.
Oh, slumming it now. Rocco Orb 2002, thanks for the $5. Tell Cardiff to tell Chad Zumak that a Beaumont, Texas subway had all its employees quit. I bet they could hire him on the spot since he's been demonetized.
Yeah, I'll be talking about that today on Point Dabble Point.
Oh, did somebody
So-
like turn him in or something stupid?
No,
No.
you can't get someone's AdSense account shut down. And Chad, just because the only way he thinks is like harming other people, he went on his show and just assumed, and by the way, accused every single person possible, including Alex Stein, of demonetizing him.
Oh,
Because yeah, that's what Alex Stein's spending his time on.
all right. I might actually tune into Point Dabble Point today.
It's crazy.
I want to know this story. Chris Engler, thanks for the $2. Vinny should have kept the point. Yeah, whatever. I'm a man of the people.
Wrong.
I'm a man of the people. Whatever you guys want, we're doing. Koof, thanks for the $5. Thank you for not K-ing yourselves. Happy Pride Month, Carl. By the way, is there separate super tips for the creep off? No, sir. There are not.
What do you mean? We run this on 2 different channels.
He said, "Is there a super tip?"
Super tip. No, I
Yeah.
told you to get super tips set up a year ago. What are you waiting for?
I don't know, for it to not derail shows.
It doesn't have to derail shows. I have it set up so you cannot interrupt us.
Okay.
Our buddy Melton likes to have it set up so if you give him extra money, it can interrupt. But I have it
Who's
set
buddy?
up. I said our buddy Melton.
Who's buddy?
I like him.
He's all right. I'm just
Okay.
fucking around.
Anyway, he has it set up so it can interrupt the show, but you can turn that off in super tip.
Nan Cram, thanks for the $13.99. Happy double Carl Day. Have a club sandwich to celebrate.
I see what you did there, Nan Cram. Thank you so much, buddy.
Have a club sandwich on a Monday in honor of Carl. I think
Yes.
you should. He does 2 shows.
Monday's a busy day.
Yep, they certainly are. Make it a foot long
I see what
club
you did.
sandwich. Name of this episode. Let's actually move on with this because we've got
Well, we got Kindy in here.
holy shit, she's alive.
I haven't seen Kindy in forever.
Kindy, miss you, girl.
Oh, Jesus, of course.
Can't stick around, but voted for Vinnie.
That's not how that works, Kindy. You got to watch the episode. You can't decide who you're voting for before you see the presentations.
Well, she could listen to it later. and
I know.
then-
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She's already declared that she's voting for you, though. That's cheating.
So I was.
I'm going to make sure that her vote doesn't count in the final tally. And yes, I do know her IP address.
I'm counting it twice. What did she send a super tip somewhere?
Oh, I
Is
see
that
what
how
you did there. I
is
see
that
what you
how
did.
know?
I like it.
Okay, Carl, we're bringing something back today. And I'm not calling Danny something.
I think you just did.
Danny, reading results so dandy. Please won't you post that fanny all over the Patreon. Danny, that body's so uncanny. Boy, smooth like lemon shandy. Oh yeah, she's my creep girl.
What's up, guys? It's been forever.
It has been too long. How you been?
Good. Lost like 20 pounds, so I'm pretty okay.
What did you do to that baby?
She took it all. It's okay.
Okay. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Who are we going to congratulate today for, I believe, what was the category the last time we did a show, Danny?
The creepiest rideshare driver.
Okay.
And 63% of the vote. Vinny's creep, John Pastor Mendoza, wins this round.
Yay.
You're not going to hit a drop or anything? I'll do it then.
Please. Trying to make a point. Man, this is a huge deal that's going down.
Okay. Carl, I do have a drop I'd like to hit.
Okay.
And I would like to thank someone who's in the chat for a drop. This morning, I woke up to a brand new Vinnie Victory song.
Oh,
created by the great Mr. Magenta.
Nice.
Modeled after the very fun WWE entrance music of Ernest the Cat Miller's Somebody Call My Mama. I believe Brodus Clay Tyrus, the guy who's on Fox News all the time, used to use it too.
Okay.
Who cares? Here's the song.
Pennies on a roll. Carl, let it go.
Hey, yo.
Pennies
Can someone call
on a roll.
Paulino? It's about to get creepy up in here.
Go.
So far, I like it a lot.
Somebody call Paulino. He just got another win, yo. Gotta give it up to the creepos. So someone please call Paulino. Somebody call Paulino. Everybody knows it's his show. Cause Carl's creep fucking blows. So someone please call Paulino. Gotta give it up to the king of creeps. You know his name. And his name's Vinnie.
I'll give the version of full play.
Pretty good. Pretty good stuff. I like it.
Thank you, Mr. Magenta. I love it. It's great.
Yay.
Thank you, Danny, for the good news. Now, it has been a while since we've seen you. You've dropped 20 pounds. Where can people hit up that Instagram, Danny? Plug it.
At Danny Desolation on Insta. And at some point, I would like to start honestly streaming myself. So we'll hear about that at some point.
All right.
Oh, I can't wait to see what you're
She's got her
streaming.
start with
Find
the
out.
creep off. She's going to be a huge celebrity, and she'll talk about, these guys gave me a chance. Karl and Vinnie, I owe my entire career.
Those dirt bags are in the past, and now we're moving
I know,
forward.
that's usually what happens.
Oh, damn.
People are being very generous today on this Super Chat Monday, and I appreciate that. I just want to make sure. I love when you just skip past it. But anyway, yeah, Rocco or
I'm sorry. I didn't see. I'm sorry. I looked at the wrong thing. There you go.
Sticky Sock 420 with a $5 super sticker. Thank you very much, Sticky Sock 420. Diana Sklan says, are you going to do a breakdown of the House of Rebellion Opie docu-series? Oh, I should do that, actually. It's a good idea.
You know, people seem to be very hungry for Opie content.
Not Jim Florentine. Jesus Christ. I asked him at his comedy show, I go, hey, is it cool if we talk about Opie tomorrow? Because he's coming on WATP. Oh, I don't give a fuck, Carl. Yeah, I don't talk about anyone. What do you think I care? I'm like, all right, cool. Just want to make sure. Don't want to cause any problems for anyone. We start showing him Opie clips, and he's like, I don't know, it's kind of funny. I do this kind of stuff too. It's pretty good. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing right now? Don't he sandbag me?
I think he was sandbagging you for fun.
Yeah, even Kubia was texting me angry about it. What's up with this guy?
I don't know, man. Have a chat with him about it.
So I found the one guy who likes Opie still and put him on my show.
Yep. Rumpled Trenchcoat of Columbo podcast. Thanks for the $5. Happy Super Chat Monday, Creepos. Gotta run, but catch you later.
Sounds good, buddy. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for stopping in and saying, hey, Rocco or B 2002. Thanks for the $2. Danny's back. Let me get my Ravens jersey.
Now, do you know what that is a reference to?
Not at all.
The WATP, we were playing Tom Meyer's most recent monologue, and he talked about Justin Tucker's jersey is now a discounted price since he's been booted from the team.
And is this a hand job joke?
No, but for some reason he tied that together with now I can leave his jersey under my bed with my other cum rags.
Oh my God. Oh.
Anyway, I think Rocco jerk off to you, Danny, is the point. Moving on. Jeff Spangler, I'll stick around and vote for Carl. Thank you, Jeff.
All right.
Vote for whoever you thought you did the best job, but it will be me today.
Sleepy K, thanks for the $2. Vote for Vinny. VWO, Vinny World Order. It's amazing. About a year and a half ago, everybody had those.
That's true.
No one made a VWO.
You
Not
never
a
got your
soul.
own. Nope.
I would have been insufferable with it, so it was probably for the
That's
best.
good, yeah.
Mr. B. Ribbons, thanks for the $2. I'm here to observe and report Carl's win. Just do it.
Thank you, Mr. Beef Drippins.
I don't know which win you're talking
I
about.
appreciate the
sir.
support over there.
Well, Danny, thank you for stopping by. It's always lovely to see you. You look fantastic.
Thank you. Missed you guys.
We missed you too. We'll see you next week.
Bye, Danny.
Bye. Danny looks good.
Well, there you have it.
All right, kids. Let's do a contest, Carl. Creepiest roommate this week.
You are going first, my friend. The creepiest roommate. Who do you got?
Well, I'll introduce you to this guy. Well, whoop, did it again.
He just docks all of our he just docks a bunch of phone numbers.
That's great. That was great of me. Fuck me.
Wow. You know, I was thinking about it today because I'm on Point Dabble Point today. I'm going to play some very interesting old footage of Stuttering John.
Yeah.
Things that you forget that he said. Do you remember why we call it Super Chat Monday?
No.
It's because John used to have Super Chat Saturday or Super Chat Friday, one of those. And he declared that as if he didn't want Super Chats the other days. It was so ridiculous. He'd always beg for Super Chats, but then he had like one day that was Super Chat Wednesday. Oh, I think it was Wednesday. Super Chat Wednesday, everybody. And so we did that to make fun of him in the first place. That's why we do Super Chat Monday. But now, like a Chad Zumach thing, now we do it as if we invented it, and it's retarded.
Got it.
All right.
I didn't realize that, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that at all.
It's been a while.
Well, kids, let's talk about my creep. Today, this is Antron Singleton, Carl.
Okay.
He was born in Dallas, Texas in 1976, and he wanted to be a rapper. That was his dream. He stood 6'7" tall and performed under the rap name of Big Lurch. Now, why such a weird name? He looks like a pretty normal guy, just tall. Obsessed with gothic stuff, man. Wanted to do like horror rap.
Okay.
He moves out to California and he joins a group called the Cosmic Slop Shop.
Just rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, I knew exactly what that was a reference to. It's a Funkadelic song.
Okay.
Cosmic Slop. Where do you stand on George Clinton?
I never really got into it.
You didn't like
it's great.
Funkadelic?
No, I think it's good. I never really got into it.
I may have had a phase. May have had a phase with the Funkadelic. So this group, he had two other guys. They had one single. It was called Sinful. And it was on an album called The Family. It was a minor hit in 1998. It peaked at number 66 on the Billboard Hot charts and number 18 on the Hot Rap Songs chart in the U.S.
Okay.
So you would think he'd be doing pretty well for himself.
Yeah.
Well, he's not in the band anymore a few years later.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't really had any hits. Nothing has really panned out. He was using a lot of drugs. His favorite was this thing. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It was called PCP.
Oh, I sure have.
Yeah. He was on this thing called PCP.
Little angel dust, huh?
Yeah. Now, it doesn't seem like he was picky, though. Like, I don't think it was just PCP. But
It
PCP,
never is. It never is just PCP.
right? So he's working on his first solo album for an album with Greedy Records when he gets evicted from his apartment. He become friends with a guy named Thomas Moore, who introduced him to a woman named Tynesha Yassis. She's 21 years old. She has a kid, but her and Lurch hit it off. They all smoke weed together and hang out, and she had an empty room. So she lets Big Lurch move into the house.
I bet that's a smart decision.
No.
Oh, it's not?
No. So he's in there for about a month and a half. Everything's going really well. She actually adds him to the lease, like goes to the rental office.
All right.
Follows the proper channels. So he's an official roommate. And everything's going well until April 9th, 2002. They have a gathering taking place at their apartment where apparently he went into his room and started smoking some PCP. And according to the witnesses who were at the party...
Oh, he wasn't even sharing?
No.
People are over and he goes, I'm going to be in my room for a little bit. It's like, you want to bust out or what's going on here?
I wouldn't have gone into that room with this guy, with the 6'7"
I'm just saying,
guy.
Pass it around at least.
Down on his luck, used to be somebody. Down,
all right.
PCP head.
Well, whatever happens bad after someone does PCP, you tell me if one incident that you can think of.
Got it. So he tells everybody, he comes out of his room and says, everybody's got to go. Everybody's got to get out of here. He throws everyone out.
Okay.
That is the last time anyone saw Tanisha. Until the next morning.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Thomas Moore, the boyfriend who introduced them originally, came by as he usually did. He had a key to the apartment. He's walking through the hallway up to the place and he sees random chewed up pieces of meat in the hallway.
Okay.
His confusion turns.
They have a dog or something at this place? Pet friendly?
Well, we're going to get there. We're going to talk about a dog. His confusion turned into absolute horror when he enters the apartment and finds her with her chest ripped open and organs strewed around the room like you opened up a thing of silly snakes.
Yeah.
Her face and body were covered.
Wait, these aren't peanuts? What the hell? Intestines? What?
I thought I was going to find butterflies in her stomach. So her face and her body's covered in bite marks. And there's obviously blood everywhere. So meanwhile, across town, while Moore's calling 911, Singleton was already wandering the neighborhood naked, drenched in blood, and screaming at the sky, as one does.
Too bad Opie wasn't there to film it. That would have been some killer shit.
Big Lurch Unleashed was a much better YouTube channel, I feel. So the cops end up grabbing him and taking him into custody. He's nonviolent. He just is like, okay. And he's butt-ass naked, trailing blood throughout the streets. They test the blood on his body. They match it to Tanisha. Eventually, that's part of the evidence that goes to trial. He's arrested on the spot for murder. That's when he simply explained what happened.
Okay.
To everybody. He had a good reason for all this, everyone. So maybe don't judge him too harshly, or maybe do.
She finished the peanut butter. She didn't close up the Lay's bag and the chips got all stale. I mean, there's a lot of things roommates can do to piss you off.
No, way worse.
Okay.
So apparently she was subleasing to a demon.
Oh.
In the apartment.
I hope they was charging extra for that at least.
No. Free ride for this demon.
Okay.
And apparently the demon was hanging out inside of her chest.
Oh.
And a pit bull tried to get it out for him. He was telling a pit bull to get it out. But there's like no pit bull anywhere. But he said there was a pit bull there that did it.
Okay.
So the explanation that he gave the police was the dog ate my roommate.
Look, that's a good excuse. On your way, sir.
Yeah, I mean, this is no joke. This was the story.
Sorry to take your time up.
There was a demon, and the dog tried to get the demon out, and I was like, "Get him, dog! Get him, dog!" And I was just, hanging out naked, covered in blood from the whole situation. So then they said, "Then why did you eat her?" Because it turns out, Karl, when he ripped open her chest, he pulled out one of her lungs
Okay.
and started chewing on it like an apple.
Not even cooked yet?
No, definitely not cooked. He was biting her all over her body, but when he pulled out her lung, all that meat that was in the hallway, that was her fucking lung that he had ripped out and was chewing on as he wandered naked down the hallway. I mean, talk about a lease violation.
You know, he might be the one who brought the demon in to this house. I'm starting to think.
I don't think this guy's great, Carl.
Okay.
I really don't, but I need to show you one other fun thing here. This is the cover. No, that isn't it.
You are betting 1,000 today, buddy.
I'm telling you, dude. Nothing wants to work for me. Here we go. This is her solo album, Big Lurch. It's all bad.
I believe it. Not a great way to sell it, but
right. So check this out. His lawyer, says this guy's clearly insane, and he was insane on drugs. And in California, they didn't care. They sentenced him to life in prison. Around the same time he's being sentenced, his record label, which I'm no shit is called Greedy Records.
Yep.
Right as this guy's getting sentenced and the trial's happening.
They're like, we're keeping all the profits of this one.
Yep. They're like, we got to push this one. We're never going to get any of this money back.
Yep.
Tanisha's family later filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the label and those around Singleton, accusing them of enabling his drug use and promoting his violent persona. Specific details regarding the outcome are not publicly available, so I don't know if they settled or what happened. I'm assuming they settled. Either way, Big Lurch is locked up in prison, and I like how he has a skull on a plate after he cannibalized his roommate.
Should have been a lung, though. It would have been funnier. The lung was hanging out of his mouth or something.
They didn't have Photoshop back then, 2002, the way they do now.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
True. Good point.
Yep.
All right, Vinny, I got a doozy of a story today. You're going to need to strap in for this one because you are going to meet a guy named James Bo Bowden. So his nickname is Bo, but he does go by James and Jimmy and Jim. You'll hear from time to time. He grew up in Alaska and decided he needed to get the hell out of there. So in August of 1997, he joined the military and was stationed in Colorado. I have a photo here. My number one, that's there's Bo in the military. Number two, you can see what Bo looks like today. There's Bo. Seems to be doing well. He enlisted back in 97. He became friends with his sergeant, Rich Fritz. And there's a photo number three. There's Bo and Rich from back in the late 90s when they were both in the military, became fast friends.
Bo and Rich sounds like an AM radio show.
Yeah, I would listen to Bo and Rich. I'd give it a chance. Give it a week. So these guys are buddies. Now, Rich was married to this woman named Tammy, and they have a son named Christian.
Okay,
so number 4, there is Rich and Tammy, Fritz. And then number 5 is Rich and Christian, is his young boy. He's very cute. Look at that.
Oh my God. Look at that little chubby cheeked baby.
Yeah. What a happy family.
That fucking kid, it looks like a AI picture of baby Trump.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
So look at what a happy family they are. And he is discharged from the military and starting his next life up. And Father's Day is coming around in 2001.
Amazing.
He's got a boat trip to Utah planned, but he wasn't feeling good. He had like a throat problem or something. So he went to the doctor. They gave him antibiotics for strep throat. And so he's taking the antibiotics, but he was just like laying around in bed, not feeling good. And on Father's Day, June 18, 2001, he was dead.
Oh no.
He just died in his bed. He was 28 years old, obviously in very good physical condition, but he was dead. The next
throat?
Yeah. The next year, Bo is discharged and he has nowhere to go. And so Tammy very nicely offers, hey, Bo, why don't you stay with me and Christian? He could use a father figure in his life. And, we're family because
fucking weird.
Military is all about family. So come live with us rent free. We got a nice house over here. So he considers her to be like a roommate. There's nothing about this that's romantic or anything like that. He comes in and him and the son Christian become very tight. He considers himself to be like a big brother to young Christian. Christian sees him as a father figure as they're living together. And it's a good thing too, because Tammy's working nights. she's an emergency dispatcher at the sheriff's office. So she wasn't around a lot for her son, Christian, but thank goodness Bo was there. So as I mentioned, Tammy and Bo do not have a relationship. She starts hanging out with this guy named Steve. That's her boyfriend. And she would leave Christian all the time to like go spend the weekend with Steve or stay at Steve's place or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So Christian didn't really get to know his mom real well. He was spending actually more time with the roommate, Bo, his father's ex-military buddy.
This seems like a recipe for disaster already.
So they're 2 years in. They're about 20 months into this situation where Bo's living there rent-free with the family. And you know, they decided, let's have some drinks tonight. It's a Friday night. Why don't we make some drinks? And Tammy considers herself one of these mixologists. She's like, I'll make you a drink. You're going to love this. So she makes a drink for Bo. Bo immediately is like, how strong is this drink? What is going on? He's out of it. He stumbles up to the bed, passes out. Next morning, gets up. He needs to go to work, but he can't really walk. He passes out on the bathroom floor. That's where Christian comes in and finds him passed out on the bathroom floor. An ambulance comes. He's admitted to the hospital, and they don't really know what the issue was, but slowly he recovers and comes back home. Well, this is where we find out that just a couple weeks before Rich died, Tammy and him had talked about getting a divorce, and Rich made it very clear that everything's in my name, and I'm going to keep this house, our car, the boat, and Christian's going to stay with me.
Huh.
And then all of a sudden he gets strep throat and dies at the age of 28.
She was probably out like licking things to get strep throat to give it to him.
Yeah. It's interesting that
like
something
licking
like that would
door
happen.
handles or something.
It was such a mystery that he would die at the age of 28. In fact, there was even news articles written about it. Show up my clip, my image 6 there. They actually thought that he might have died from the bubonic plague. They thought the plague. Do you remember this from about 20 years ago where they started talking about the plague coming back?
Really? They blamed the actual bubonic plague.
It was a mystery.
Was his house infested with rats? How did this happen? How would that be a thing?
I don't remember why they thought that was the case, but they really didn't have any other way to explain what was going on. So it turns out she actually bought an insurance policy, a life insurance policy on him.
Oh, that was smart.
Yeah.
Because they have a baby, you got to plan ahead.
Right. So he had a life insurance through the military, and then she had a separate one. So she made out with like $300,000. She sold the boat. She sold the house.
And then she gave a homeless veteran a place to go.
Right.
She seems great.
They were living in this place. Anyway, a couple of months go by.
It's amazing the plague didn't get her.
Right. Isn't that nice?
Because, like,
if
I recall, that was pretty contagious.
It was. Yeah. It was a bit of a pandemic.
Huh.
If I'm not mistaken.
This is a special lady, this Tammy Fritz.
It really is.
Okay.
So anyway, a couple of months go by after Bo was hospitalized, and they decide it's time to go out and have some fun together. And so I'll let Bo explain it.
It was ladies' night. Tammy loved ladies' night. You know, we all go out, Tammy and some friends. She's picking up the tab. Tammy's getting me completely shit-faced. We get back to the house, and I was so out of it that I passed right out. I wake up choking on smoke. I think I like crawled down the stairs or something and out the front door and just lay there on my back on the grass. Firefighters get there, police get there.
Did Tammy's fire crotch start a fire?
No, I don't think that was the cause of the fire. She later explained she thinks that maybe he drunkenly tipped over a candle onto some papers, or maybe his PlayStation overheated, because fortunately Christian was staying at a friend's house that night and Tammy wasn't there. So Bo woke up from being blackout drunk and fortunately had the wherewithal and the ability to escape out of the house and not die from being in that house fire. So Bo moves out. Bo's like, okay, this isn't working out anymore. I'm going to leave.
Okay.
And she loses the house. She gets an apartment, 2-bedroom apartment for her and her son, Christian, who's in 5th grade now at this time. And Christian described it as having a roommate. He goes, she's never around. I'm in 5th grade. I'm cooking for myself. I can't go and do stuff with my friends because I have no one to take me there. It just kind of sucked.
You better not complain.
Well, things get worse because Tammy makes new friends, Sean and Michelle. And if you want to put up the photo of Sean and Michelle here, these quickly become her new drug buddies, and they move in and take Christian's room. So now Christian has no room in his own apartment with his mom because these two are in there. And apparently Sean is extremely violent and threatening Christian all the time with his gun.
That guy?
Yeah, that guy.
That guy with the pit bull face?
Yeah,
That
can you believe that guy would be violent? Who would ever think?
She could stick around.
So anyway, these people are all partying, and Bo doesn't get to see Christian as often anymore, and it's kind of a sad thing for this young kid whose mom just seems to be like way more into drugs than parenting or whatever.
So hold on, you're telling me once again, I just want to make sure this guy with the Wu-Tang logo goatee
yes,
does drugs?
He's a drug addict. Yeah, in fact, these two apparently are homeless drug addicts because that's why they have to move in with Tammy.
Oh,
and stay in Christian's room.
Right. Okay.
So Bo at this time goes, all right, I don't know what I'm doing here anymore. I don't live with this family that I thought I was a part of or anything. So he decides he's going to go back to Alaska and finish college. So before he flies back to Alaska, they say, let's get together one more time. And they all get together and play video games and watch movies. And then Bo goes back home to his apartment and they're like, we'll pick you up in the morning. We'll drive you to the airport. Great. See you in the morning. Great seeing you guys again. They go to Bo's apartment that next morning, and Christian gets out of the car and runs up and knocks on the door because, his father figure, Bo, is going away, and they have them all packed up and they're ready to go. And Bo doesn't answer the door. Christian's just knocking and knocking and knocking. He gets back in the car. Tammy's like, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Who knows? And sometimes people just like forget to get up or sleep in, or, there's a lot of things that could have been happening.
Right.
We don't really know. Well,
because what did this bitch do to Bo?
Because Bo didn't, his parents didn't hear from him, and he was supposed to be flying back home. They decided to call the apartment complex.
Jane's mother, she had not heard from Jimmy. She asked the apartment manager to go and check on him. The apartment manager walked over to the front door, unlocked it, and noticed all of this blood streaking all over the floor. Closed the door. CSPD was called right away. 2 patrol officers came out, found Jimmy in the bed in a semi-conscious state, bleeding from a serious head wound. He was transported to the hospital. He suffered multiple fractures and a broken jaw. He had suffered a traumatic brain injury. Something had hit him, but he has no recollection of what happened to him.
Bo don't know?
Bo don't know what's going on here, even though it looks like his head was bashed in. And the police ever investigate? They just go, he must have been clumsy. He was drunk, fell, hit his head. What are you going to do?
Bob Saget.
Yeah, right.
The old Bob
Saget. So he's hospitalized and slowly recovering. Well, at this time, Christian notices that Bo's Xbox is now in their house and Sean's been playing it. And it's like, wait, that's the same Xbox. It's got the sticker in the same spot. It's like, no, I put the sticker in the same spot on mine too. It's just a coincidence. I don't know.
I like the way he had his.
Yeah, right.
So I made mine look like it.
Right. Now, what Tammy was doing at this time, because she had lost her job, she was actually a bookkeeper for a construction company.
Okay.
And she was being investigated because she was writing a lot of checks to herself and friends that she didn't really have authorization to write. But because she was the bookkeeper, she was able to push some money around. Well,
okay, so she's a thief.
So then she started applying for credit cards with other people's names and having them sent to her house.
That's worse.
And she was doing things like getting wigs and various costumes so that she could pose as different people and use these credit cards.
I would too if I was a ginger.
So in 2009, she's arrested for credit card fraud. And that, Vinny, is when Tammy's mother-in-law, so Rich's mother, goes to the apartment to organize and clean everything up, right? Because there's been drug addicts living there for a couple of years now. Well, that's where she finds an interesting document. There was a life insurance policy that had been taken out on Bo that listed him as Tammy's significant other, even though they were never a couple. And Bo did not authorize this. He didn't sign off on it. And she was going to get 100% of the money if and when Bo had died.
Huh.
So because Bo was finally like, I'm going to leave the state, it turns out we got one last chance to take this motherfucker out. And she planned with Michelle and Sean here that, like, we'll get him drunk. We'll drop him back off at his apartment. You go in there and bash his brains in, and then we'll all share this money and buy a lot of drugs with that.
Well, can I take his Xbox too?
And you get anything else you want in there too.
Oh, his CDs. Can I take his CDs?
Feel free to grab it. Yeah, if you're into the CDs. So this was discovered. Now, they never did pin
need new socks
the
too.
death of Rich Fritz on her, but it seems pretty evident. You want to show the mug shot here. So
Tammy.
this is Tammy.
Yikes.
Tammy Fritz was found guilty of first-degree attempted murder and conspiracy. She's serving 46 years. Sean pled guilty to first-degree attempted murder and received a 26-year sentence. Michelle received first-degree burglary and received a 15-year sentence. That is the worst roommate you could possibly have, whether you're her son, whether you're just another homeless drug addict, or if you're an ex-friend of her husband's, or if you're her husband. Just a bad roommate to everyone.
This woman looks like so many things. Can we please just roast this photo for a little bit? She looks like fucking Tilda Swinton.
Okay. I was going to say, it looks like she'd be singing your Radiohead song at any second. She'd bust into that.
She looks like that Star Trek guy, Odo, on Deep Space Nine. Do you remember that fucking show?
I never watched Deep Space Nine.
She looks like that. She looks like a fucking alien, shape-shifting alien.
Okay.
Never mind. We did a bad job roasting her. Carl, better presentation than usual.
Thank you, buddy. I thought that was a pretty bad roommates. Vote for Karl at thecreepoff.com.
All right. Now, my friend, I believe it's time for one of our favorite parts of the show.
I can't wait to see Karl's cop cam fight with the cops for no reason. Will you please show me Karl's cop cam? Lose all your rights, ruin your life.
This was actually a three-parter that Larry Lebowski sent in. You can always email me either at thecreepoff or wtpshow@gmail.com. Send me in your cop cam recommendations. We love the crazy lunatics. We love the outrageous displays of power by the police. And if you remember the Vegas video that we had when we were in Vegas at Hackamania.
Yeah.
I found one where there's a woman sprinting at the police with a knife out, and they put like 20 bullets in her. And I went, that's probably not appropriate for a regular episode. We'll save that for a special occasion.
Yeah.
So instead, Larry Lebowski sent this one in. It's a three-parter that was posted up on X. And this is a different scenario than we're used to.
Okay.
As we watch part one.
How you doing? I'm Officer Gonzalez. I'll be your ride-along officer today. Do me a favor, get in the car, and we'll talk about some of the stuff we'll be going over today, all right?
Yes,
all right, man.
I'm excited. Can't wait.
So am I. Looking forward to it.
Because you're ride-along.
So there are some rules and some stuff that you need to know about. So, first off, let me let dispatch know that I got my ride-along.
Man, it's just like the movies, man. I can't wait.
Hopefully it won't be too much like the movies.
I want some action, man.
All right, man. Hey, dispatch, this is Gonzalez. I'm out with one unarmed civilian observer. Reference my ride-along for today. I'll advise if I have anything. So what we're going to do throughout the day is, since we're a ride-along unit, we won't be the primary unit. We'll be the backup unit on certain calls. I may or may not, if I see something happening in front of us, do what's called a traffic stop, or if I see a suspicious person, I'll stop them. I'll let you know when you can and cannot get out of the car, and just have a good time.
I want some action, man. I'm police for the day, man. I need action.
Oh, no. Let's get one thing perfectly straight. You're not police for the day.
Nah, I'm police, man. You deputize me, man. I want some action, man.
I'm glad you have the right attitude for today.
Gotta go fight some crime, man. Starsky and Hutch.
We will fight some crime, and you're dating yourself with the Starsky and Hutch comments. I don't think too many people remember Starsky and Hutch.
We gonna fight some crime today, man.
Oh, so you think you're Batman and Robin right now, huh?
I want some action, man.
All
right, you can
well,
pause.
we'll see what we can find.
The next video here. So you can tell this guy's fired up. He thinks he's a cop for the day. He thinks that they're like in a buddy cop movie together. He literally says that.
Yeah, he does. He does give off this impression that he's a little too eager.
Yeah,
for some action.
He's a little eager. So if you want to play number 2, there is a traffic stop that occurs. Let's see if he's going to need his help or not.
Okay.
Afternoon, sir. Driver's license, registration, and insurance, please. You have a gun in the car? All right. You know why I stopped you?
Yes, sir.
All right, I stopped you because you don't have a tag on your car.
No?
No, sir.
What happened there?
Do you mind if I check your paperwork and we'll figure out what's going on with your tag?
Of course.
All right, I'm going to walk back to the car. I'll be right back.
Okay.
What the hell are you doing? You're not supposed to have a firearm. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Walk to the car.
Stay in the car.
Walk to the car. Hands. Put your hands on the car. Who said you could have a firearm on a ride-along? Huh?
I don't know. I just trying to see what was going on, you know?
All right. Well, you're not supposed to have a firearm on you.
Trying to explore my options, man.
No. Did they not explain it to you when you were signed up for the program?
I thought I was about to be a policeman.
Nah, you're not the policeman. No way are you the policeman. This is a community outreach program. And whoever told you that was okay, no way.
I thought I was a policeman.
No.
Like you.
No.
I was coming for backup, man. I was coming to give you some backup.
I appreciate that, but you're not a police officer. You're a community ride-along outreach person.
I thought you needed backup, man. I was trying to give you some backup.
I appreciate that, but you're not allowed to have a gun. Why would you have a gun on you?
It's legal in Florida.
I understand that it's legal in Florida.
But I was trying to help you out, man. Give you some suppressing fire, man.
Okay. You know, I just met you today. There's no way I know what you can or cannot do with a firearm. You're not supposed to have a firearm on you at all. Do you understand that?
Okay.
You just committed a felony.
Wow. Just for trying to protect the police officer.
I appreciate you trying to help me, but not that way. We'll talk about this when we get to the station. Do you understand?
Man, I thought I was coming to be the policeman.
No. Absolutely not.
It's really backfired on him. I thought he was going to be a cop today.
Has he just left that gun lay there on the ground this whole time?
Yeah.
I'm going to let you go with a warning because I have my hands full with my ride-along right about now. All right? Have a good day.
I think the cop wanted the guy to be like, "You want to talk about it?"
I hope.
Talk to you.
You know what would have been fucking crazy? If the cop goes back to the other car and that guy pulls his gun and shoots the cop, and this motherfucker's in the back.
That guy had a gun too. Too bad you got rid of your backup, motherfucker. That guy would have had you.
Oh my god!
All right, so then
this guy would be like, "I tried to help him."
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Show you suppressive fire. We got to finish this video. I got to see what he says.
Yeah,
realize what you just did and how much trouble you're in?
You should be thanking me. I was trying to help you out by providing backup, you know? I could have saved your life out there, man. That dude could have had the drop on you.
Yep. He's bringing up some good points. So now we're driving back to the station. There is one last ditch effort to get out of trouble here that we'll see.
Oh, please tell me he has another gun.
Could have had the drop on you.
I should be thanking you. You seriously believe I should be thanking you?
And it's a ride along, man. We got some action the first day. This is what I came on a ride along for. I wanted some action, man.
No. You want action? Go play video games. This is serious stuff, man. I can't have anybody in the car
that I don't know or I don't trust with a firearm.
And your life could have been in danger, man. I was your guardian angel.
And I appreciate that you think you tried to do the right thing. You did not. Not at all. You just got yourself a felony. You just ruined the podcast of the city and the community. You know how much paperwork is involved with this craziness?
Of course.
Nah, we can make this all go away. You can just drop me off right up here at the light on the corner, you know, and you'll never see me again.
Yeah, right. That's not happening.
I do like that positive effect. I do like the cop going, you know how much fucking paperwork I got to fill out now because of you, you idiot? And the guy's like, tell you what, man, I won't say anything if you don't say anything. We just drop me off and go about our days.
Dude, I hope that this guy really is his guardian angel. Like, this is like fucking Clarence
Yes.
from It's Just a Wonderful Life.
It's very possible.
And then they goes to take him out of the cop at the back of the car, and he's just disappeared, and the cuffs are there. Cuffs are cuff. And he let a serial killer go. The other guy with the no plate on murdered.
I don't know if there's much else to this. It's just more of this guy just saying how you thought he was doing him a favor.
Oh, I love him. I want to watch a little bit more.
Okay.
I signed up for a ride along. I thought I was a police officer for a day, man.
Now, ride along is you get to ride in the car. You get to see what we do. It helps you get some.
He must, right? Why else would he be behaving like this?
I don't.
Like usually there's like a year's worth of training and then we have to go through all these different obstacles. But if you're just going to be a cop for one day, then yeah, just hop in and let's do it.
Bring your gun.
Bring your
own gun.
We can give you one if you want one. If you got your own, that's cool too. And we'll just figure it out when we get in the car.
It's fucking crazy. I love how this guy wore his best Rasta beanie.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
I know.
All
You
right.
think he'd dress more police officer like.
At least a blue shirt.
Right. Something
At
like
least
that.
a blue shirt.
Didn't really put in the effort on the attire side
Oh,
of things.
Thanks, Lebowski. For
Yes.
that one.
Thanks, Larry.
You think that's his real name?
That's a fun. No, it's definitely not because it's a different name that was on the email. But no, guys, we appreciate all different shapes and sizes of these cop cams. So thanks for sending that in.
Yeah, please. Anything you come across anything different like that, we love it.
Yeah, it's
We
fun.
appreciate you. Karl, I think it's time for some voicemails.
The Creep Off voicemail segment is brought to you by the City of Syracuse. The Syracuse road team has made nationals. We can't wait to tell them if they ever come back. See you in Syracuse.
All right. We got a lot of voicemails this week. You
Okay.
were gone.
Well, I was
people
gone
missed
last
you.
week. You could have just been playing voicemails all last week. People would have enjoyed that probably.
They enjoyed the show we did. You didn't enjoy the show we did, Karl?
Actually, well, since you brought that up, I have a voicemail here for us.
Hey, this is for the Creep Off. Hey, Vinny, congratulations on that wonderful episode this week without Karl. I will say next time we don't have Karl, why don't you get a co-host or something? It was kind of weird and awkward just having you be alone hosting this episode, just all by your lonesome, nobody else. It's kind of, to bounce ideas off, somebody responding to the jokes you made.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that to yourself, man? Why don't you get a co-host? All right, bye.
Because it was
fuck you, love you, or whatever. Bye.
I'll see you at school tomorrow, sir.
Yeah, Vinny, why don't you get a co-host or two on the show? That'd be better.
I had McBride.
Have a
and I had
conversation
Kevin.
or something. Have people like respond to things and also add to the conversation a little bit.
Yeah, let's just change the subject. There was an episode last week if you missed it. Jared, thanks for the $5. Vinny aiming to take the place of creepiest doxer. That's me.
You really are. That's next week's category.
Creepiest doxer.
Yes.
Am I allowed to nominate myself?
Oh, we both bring you. I like that.
Rocco Orby 2002, thanks for the $5. That's not what she meant when she told Lurch to scramble her guts. Good point.
I get it.
Chris Engler, thanks for the $5. Monthly listeners on Spotify. Big Lurch, 1,189. Stuttering John, 1,153.
Oh, that's hilarious if that's true. It looks right. It looks right.
Oh, God. Labyrinth Mystic, thanks for the 5 Creep Off channel memberships. Hopefully someone out there is getting one of those.
That is awesome. Thank you. And whoever got your memberships here, we do bonus shows every Friday at noon Eastern time. We leave them up anytime after you can watch it.
Yeah. And I will say this. if you become a member of our Patreon, there's merch and you get the audio version of the show.
That is correct.
Jared, $5. Ladies' night is deadly.
Oh, what a night.
I'm telling you, man. A lot of downfall of a lot of men started at a ladies' night.
Hey, Heck Ride.
Nice to hear from you. Thank you for stopping by UBE last night, Carl.
Unboxing Eric, the show he's doing with DJ Electrify and Luigi Greenberg.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit of it. They talk about Eric the Midget, right?
They do.
Fascinating.
Eric the actor.
Did he grow?
No.
Okay. Thank you, Vinny, for the Gene Perrette book recommendation. I'm going to be funny.
Put it, you asswipe.
Thanks, Hack Ride.
Thank you, Hack Ride. You know, that was actually something I recommended during the Tom Myers interview on your channel.
Yes.
Labyrinth Mystic, thanks. Been a member for 5 months. Back in the truck, lads. I'll be going over archives. So if there's any pertinent John or KB you need me to note when I go through it, let me know.
All right.
Will do.
Will do. Waiver with the $1.49. Thanks, Waiver.
Nice to see you again, Waiver. That's my Opie voice. Labyrinth Mystic, just trying to provide some CL suppressing fire. Jared, thanks for the $5. New Wheel of Punishment is signing up for a ride along and bring a Saturday night special with them.
I love it. That sounds fun.
Thanks to the $1.99. Hi, Carl. Not as good as when you're gone.
Oh, that's not nice. You know, if you don't have anything nice to super chat us, just kidding. You can send
it
us
all.
shitty super chats.
All right, first voicemail. Someone talking about my guest appearance on WATP last week.
Hey, Karl and Vinnie. I loved Vinny's guest hosting of WATP this past week. I think it went really well. And I really loved his interview segment with Tom Myers. Was not expecting that to go so well, honestly. It went really well. Now, serious question, Vinny. No bullshit. What would it take for you to book Tom Myers at your club? Thank you, fuck you, bye.
PCP.
It'd be some seriously bad decision making.
Yeah, like if I wanted to get fired and I wanted to collect unemployment.
I have the answer, though.
What's that?
If he teamed up with Chad Zumach and Ray DeVito and Vinnie Paulino, those 4 people, that would be a show worth going to.
You're not a good friend.
I know.
Chad Zumach's not allowed in the building. I don't believe.
That's true. That's a good point.
Okay, so the last time we did a show, Carl, Olive Garden waitress complained about a guy who, I don't know if you recall this, if you were here for it, called about a guy who her store hired back who was fired for stalking women on Instagram.
Yep.
That worked there. And then he went to another job and got fired for sexual harassment. And she was shaming him. And this guy has a response to that.
This is in response to the Olive Garden waitress. What the fuck is Instagram stalking? Just like looking up pictures of the accounts? Like what the fuck? Like, oh man, I'm Instagram stalking my friends because I'm going and liking their pictures or I'm going on their profile. Like, the fuck is that, dude? Like, and how the fuck do you know that he's doing that? Like, I'm calling shenanigans on that for getting fired. Like, the in-office sexual harassment, okay, I get it, but like that, come on.
No one should believe anything being said on voicemails.
Okay.
It's perfectly fine if you don't believe our Olive Garden waitress. She might not even work at Olive Garden. We don't know.
Yeah.
We have no idea.
It doesn't sound like she's be working there much longer because she left us another voicemail.
Okay.
And this one, I believe she says she's high on mushrooms. So maybe this starting to make sense.
Hi, guys. It's the Olive Garden waitress. I called. I'm sorry for calling back again, but I have a story that happened this Saturday. And there was a baby shower. And I decided that I would rather make a seafood boil and cheesecake instead of going. I think I might have to quit. I don't think I can go back again. But anyway, the baby shower?
Yes, your co-worker's baby shower.
Yeah, I did. I said that. Sorry. I have no concept of time. It's about to be a minute. I did a lot of shrooms. We saw a horse in the woods. Anyway, fuck you guys. Bye.
Wow.
Well,
they saw a horse in the woods.
Can't wait for her to call in next week when she's a TGI Fridays waitress.
She said she's coming to Boston.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Can't wait to meet her.
We have a Catholic listener here, Karl.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Catholic listener here. Just want to apologize for having, just water in our churches to the guys who won't touch light switches on Friday nights, don't put cheese on their meat, and wear little silly hats. I'm sorry, we just have our holy water.
Fair enough.
LLLL. Thank you for another $5. He is correcting me. You misread my chat, Vinny. You Zippo. I said the show isn't as good when Karl isn't on it. Karl is the best part.
Oh, we're making some really good points right there.
It's
Thank
not
you.
the worst part. It's
Thank
not
you
the
for the
worst
support.
point. I'm a bit.
I have
I'm
a
bit much.
voicemail from Boner Guy 69.
I love it.
Hi, Karl. One for the creep off. What I was wondering was, what is it with the field sobriety tests that the US cops have to do? Debating how to do the test, whether it's valid, and then the length of time they all take. Over in the UK, there's a thing called the breathalyzer, which is a simple handheld device where a supposedly drunken or suspected drunken person blows into it until it beeps, and it will tell you how much alcohol they
We have those here too. I honestly don't know why we do the field sobriety test stuff. They do that, and then they give you a breathalyzer because they want to prove that they had probable cause. They give you a breathalyzer. But,
Exactly.
But so what?
I'm with you.
It is a waste of time. And it is one of the most obnoxious things that we see in these videos.
But it's also fun for the cops.
I think
too.
it's fun for the cops. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Like, can you do something simple? Like, say the alphabet starting with S? Like, if you can't. Okay.
STUV.
Oh,
WXYZ.
Uh-oh. Vinny, I wasn't actually asking you to do the test.
I was just seeing if I could.
I'm
I was
not a
like,
police
it's like,
officer.
that shit. It's all shady. Could you tell me the alphabet backwards? Can you can you
Alphabet
close your
backwards
eyes?
would be tough.
Close your eyes and take steps. Nobody wants to do that. When your eyes are closed, it's harder to keep your balance when you're looking up, when you don't have something to focus on, even when you're sober. I fall all over the place all the time.
Okay. We'll record that and make sure everyone sees it. So you have
I'm actually just saying this now. So
probable
I can show
cause
this in court
Yep,
later.
exactly. I see what you're doing.
He was saying it on his show. The guy could barely walk in general.
Yep, I see what you're doing.
All right. Last one.
Hey boys, podcast private here, Holy Spirit speaking through me. I got a creep of the wild. I'm going to nominate my mom because she was making sandwiches for everybody the other day. And, she asked if I wanted one, sure. So I took a bite of it and it sliced the shit out of the roof of my mouth. She didn't tell me she was using sharp cheddar. Anyways, Vinny, I don't think you have paid enough for your transgressions. Karl got robbed, and because you stole a point after he did a consequence at Vegas or wherever the fuck it was, and you said it happened last year too. So I think you owe Karl another point, or at least give him a point. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
I'm gonna do right
I didn't
now.
appreciate your sharp cheddar joke, but I did like the point that you made, sir.
Yeah, you're gonna just agree with that hack. Good. You know what I'm gonna do? I forgot to adjust my point that I earned earlier.
No, I think that guy had it right. Let's get that right back down to 0 there.
I'd still
Since you
end up
cheated a
beating
year
you.
ago.
I'd still end up beating you.
Wow, look at how cocky he's getting, everyone. Start voting for Karl. We gotta
look how cocky Karl.
We gotta
is.
get this guy.
He's trying to play
We gotta
on all
ground
of you
him
guys.
a little bit. We gotta ground him a little bit here.
Right. Maybe you just might need to. I hope not. Karl, I'm trying to pull up these stories here. Here we go.
All right, I'm gonna hit a song for our next segment of the show.
Please.
Watch out for the
Oh, you did it again. What are you doing?
Every fucking time. I'm going to go ahead and admit that wasn't great. Not my best work.
Not your best. Someone was comparing you to Rocco at Hackamania when he couldn't get his computer to work ever. This is like what you're doing today.
I'm having trouble today, not going to lie.
All right.
Definitely having trouble. All right. I had to reboot right before the show started. I had to restart everything.
Okay, here come the excuses, everyone. Okay.
Yeah, so I fucked up shit. What do you want me to tell you? They all know. It's not like it's a secret I'm trying to cover up. I fucked up. All right, Carl. Now I can't find my story.
We're going to Florida.
Yeah, we
to
are. I
meet a
got
man
it.
named go ahead.
Yeah, Pinellas County, Florida, everybody. A 39-year-old Clearwater man has been arrested following an incident at a local gym involving a juvenile. According to Clearwater Police, James Trevor Byron Thompson is accused of approaching a male minor in the locker room of Crunch Fitness facility. Police says Thompson made unsolicited statements to the juvenile, including the claim that he had been Jesus in a past life.
Yeah, imagine being reincarnated as Jesus. Could that even possibly make sense?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think that the Christians believe in reincarnation.
Yeah. And he attempted to initiate physical contact with the kid by grabbing him and kissing him.
Is it possible that Jesus was gay? He was never married, right? He just hung out with that one prostitute.
Yeah, he hung out with a hooker. You know,
yeah. Wouldn't that fuck up a lot of religious Christians if we found out that Jesus was gay?
Well, he was hanging out with the Apostle John, who used to sleep with his head on his chest. That's actually in the Bible.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Gays love that scripture. When the minor attempted to leave the area, investigators allege Thompson blocked the exit and kissed the minor without consent. Right on the lips, Carl. Mwah. Like Bugs Bunny. The juvenile was eventually able to leave and report the incident. Clearwater detectives say Thompson admitted to the physical contact. He was arrested at the scene, has been charged with simple battery and false imprisonment. Authorities have not released the age or identity of the minor, citing protections for juvenile victims. The case remains under investigation.
All right, Vinny, we're all thinking the same thing here.
Mm-hmm.
What was he wearing?
The kid? This guy was wearing a loincloth and a crown of thorns.
No. I mean this hot guy who was hanging out in the locker room.
I don't know, bud.
Just saying.
I have a feeling he was probably advertising a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of people who are advertising a little bit, let's talk about this fella, shall we?
Okay.
This is a 53-year-old man by the name of John Fitzgerald Osario. He lives in North Miami Beach. He was arrested after police say he exposed himself and masturbated in front of a woman and her 2 children.
What was a mother bringing her children around to a guy jerking off for? That's a terrible parent. Why would she bring her children over to the jerking off guy?
Well, I think they were there first.
Oh.
And then he showed up.
Oh, okay.
So when the cops showed up there, it was around 7 p.m. The woman told officers she saw him remove his pants and begin masturbating while making eye contact with her and her children.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
It's polite.
When the woman stood up to call police, Osario pulled up his pants and fled the area.
Oh, so she gave him blue balls on top of it.
Yep. Miami-Dade police officers located a man matching the suspect's description near Tower 16 and temporarily detained him. I'm guessing it was because he still had the boner.
Have you watched the Pee-wee documentary yet?
I have not.
I watched it last night.
How is it?
Both parts of it. Dude, Florida did Pee-wee dirty. That was fucked up what they charged him for and made that a huge news event with him exposed in the theater, the adult theater.
Oh, it's almost like the cops in Florida are assholes.
Dude, seriously. He even said when he was getting arrested, like, you're destroying my career right now. Can I just do like some community service or PSAs or something? And they use that against him. It's like, no, that's actually very reasonable. There's no reason for that.
It's Pee-wee Herman. You shouldn't masturbate in the theater.
Oh, dude.
That would have been a great PSA.
And there's a clip in the documentary of Phil Hartman talking to Howard Stern about it, and they're both condemning Paul Rubens. Howard Stern condemn. You know, as soon as you host a children's show, well, you can't jerk off to porn anymore because you host a children's show? Howard
Stern is the biggest hypocrite on planet Earth.
He really is.
And he has been for way longer than people want to fucking admit it.
Correct.
All right. That bums me out to hear that Phil Hartman did that.
I know. Phil Hartman and Paul Rubens did not get along at the end.
Well, I guess he got what he deserved.
Yeah, well, that's not true. I miss Phil Hartman.
Me too. Okay, Carl. Here's a wild story.
Mm-hmm.
Give me just one second here. Let's hit up that super chat while you open this up.
All right, we're going to head off to Vegas, but first, Natalina Plant says, Instagram stalking is when you continue to DM and swipe on selfies and convince yourself that you're in a relationship with said person. OGW, less than 3. What does that mean?
I don't know.
But yeah, someone in the chat was asking, like, how can you stalk? Or I guess the voicemailer was asking, how can you stalk someone on Instagram?
Yeah,
you can do it.
Jared, thanks for the $5. Field sobriety test is so they can subjectively try to ruin people's lives.
Okay.
Good point, Jared.
Fair enough.
That's the man who knows right there, actually. All right, let's go to Las Vegas now. Carl, I want to introduce you to this guy. He is a journalist. His name is Matthew Kellerman. He was 56 years old, and his body was discovered inside a storage container in Las Vegas.
Okay. How was he doing then there? Is he doing all right?
No.
Oh.
It was a little smelly in that box.
He hadn't showered in a little bit?
Yeah, his remains were found inside of a storage facility. Employees reported a foul odor coming from a container booked through the Bounce luggage storage app.
Okay.
So according to the police, the container had been rented by Mr. Kellerman's roommate, Joseph Del Rivo, 63.
Oh, it's a bad roommate. How fitting for today's episode.
It certainly is Kellerman's roommate. Investigators believe Del Rio placed Kellerman's body inside a large box, possibly guitar amplifier case, and arranged to have it stored. The body was discovered by movers who arrived to retrieve the container after it stunk so bad. Well, Las Vegas authorities were working to question Del Rivo. He was completely out of the state. He skipped town because he obviously murdered this fucking roommate.
Okay.
I don't understand why he did it this way. He left a paper trail a mile long. He's renting a fucking box service, like a pod, to put the body in, have somebody pick it up, take it to another place you got to put a fucking credit card down on for storage.
Obviously, it was going to get back to him, which is why he decided to leave Vegas.
Yeah, and the cops caught up with him around Utah for something completely unrelated. He was speeding.
Okay.
He ended up getting a trooper behind him. And Mr. Del Rivo, who's 63, like we said, didn't want to be taken alive, Carl.
No.
So he led the cops on a 140-mile-per-hour chase.
Sweet.
Troopers deployed spike strips flattening the vehicle's front tires. Despite the damage, Del Rivo continued driving for several miles before losing control or attempting to avoid a second set of spike strips. His vehicle flipped off the highway. He was ejected and killed. The car exploded into flames after the crash.
So this is finally a police chase ends the way we all want it to. Whenever you're watching a police chase, you're like, oh my gosh, I hope this car falls off the road and explodes. That'd be so fucking cool. And they don't have a helicopter footage of this. We just got to see this photo after the fact.
This is all we get.
That sucks.
At the time of the crash, Del Rivo had not been formally charged, but was under investigation in connection to Kellerman's death. No other individuals were injured during the pursuit, but it's pretty fucking wild. This guy got what he had coming to him.
Well, so the tires were blown out with the first spike strip. So why was he trying so hard to avoid the second one? Like, he can't do anything to you if your tires are already blown out.
I don't think he realized they were blown out.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. So this was in Nevada that this took place. He didn't leave the state.
Well, this was in Utah.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it said it was Nevada.
No, this is a police chase in Utah.
Okay.
Yeah, he left the state and was gone.
Okay.
So nobody knows exactly what happened to Kellerman yet because they haven't released it.
I like the Southwest, man. Like, they end car chases with just like making sure the guys be dead at the end of it.
Fucking Wild West, dude.
It really is great.
It's great. The rules there, the stuff they get away with is phenomenal.
It's fun.
I want to move out west. I really do. It's fucking great.
Speaking of out west,
New Mexico, Carl.
Whoa, slow down there, maestro. There's a New Mexico?
There certainly is. And boy, was there a problem in New Mexico. I have to introduce you to this guy, everybody. This dude looks like, what's his name? Cotter. The guy who comes to all the shows a little bit. He's got kind of the vibe. But he was inside of a restaurant. He's 24 years old. His name's Nicholas Sansochi. And as he was walking through the restaurant, he broke a beer bottle over the head of an innocent 8-year-old girl and then slashed her neck for being in his way.
You know, that's the problem with like kids like that. They really have that main character disorder where they just think that they're the only thing that matters in the world. And you're like, this guy's trying to leave the establishment.
Yeah, that 8-year-old is a real problem.
She really is.
So, according to the cops, this happened on April 25th. He slashed her neck during the cruel outburst, leaving the girl with a bloody lacerations that required 19 stitches. The jarring attack occurred while the little girl was with her mother admiring a fountain in the restaurant. According to the criminal complaint, the mother told police that she heard her daughter scream and turned around to see him holding her by the throat.
That's not great.
A patron waiting for his food intervened and slammed his tray of food over Sansochi's head. So now, as you can tell, it's a nice restaurant.
Now it's a tray of food. And now it's turned into a food fight. I like that it starts with breaking a bottle over an 8-year-old's head. Like, food fight, let's go! no.
Oh, the old bash and slash is
And
what
the
happened
name of this
here.
restaurant is Saggio's.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're really happy they included a photo of the restaurant from outside in this article. It's like, yeah, a horrific thing happened at this place. Cool. Thanks for putting it in the article. We're still trying to recover from it. Thanks for putting more flashlights on it.
The girl's father told the news that he was waiting for a table. His wife was with their daughter. That's when I heard my wife from across the restaurant yelling, "No, no, stop," he recalled. Rose ran to his family's aid, and when he asked Sansochi why he attacked the little girl, he replied, "She got in my way."
And I already told you that, assholes.
Like the dad is like, "Listen, I know she could be annoying, but what did she do this time?"
Right.
Oh, she just got in your way and you decided to slash her throat with a beer bottle? An intensive care nurse and paramedic were also at the restaurant at this time and assisted the girl until emergency responders arrived. She's expected to make a full recovery. Officers found him outside of the restaurant with a knife after the attack, which is really a problem for me.
Why is that?
Because, like, if the kid is in your way and you already had a knife, why are you breaking a beer bottle and making a mess for everybody?
That's a good point. That's a good point. Get the knife out.
Jesus, these
So
people, amateur hour.
It turns out that he's a bit of an artist.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me about his art, Karl.
So it says in this article, which I thought was interesting, that he is a musician who has songs up on Spotify. And I went, oh, well, you just got him a lot more Spotify listeners by writing that. And so I checked out his most popular song. It's called Get Lifted. And I thought we could play a little bit of it here.
Please.
And see what we think about this.
It's so nice to see progress lead us society finally honestly stop the greed. Shit. Your fucking mask might as well be transparent. Like people prejudiced against a pair of transparency offended by what a damn woman or man wearing. You acting like you can't bear it. Quote Fox News like a parrot. Ripping up rights left and right like to rip and tear it. Sick of the taste, take a breath and more polluted air in. You too arrogant to realize you should be embarrassed. Things hate more with you fucking terrorists. Terrible terror. Industry's profiting off of me from the oxy I needed after boxing. I'm watching the plot unfold like an unboxing through a window that's foggy while I'm hotboxing conscious, but I'm
Don't give me copyright. Don't give me copyright.
my wallet out, my heart's calming. I'm gonna get to a buzz if I gotta do it by crawling.
It's got a pretty good flow, actually. It's not bad. I pulled it to like make fun of it. I'm like, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely not the worst.
Yeah.
It's definitely not the worst. So I guess you need to look up Nicholas Sansauci on Spotify, everybody.
Yeah, get him some listens. Get him some
Jesus
streams.
Christ.
Tell him the creep off sent you.
Oh,
Let's book him for the Wrinkles room when he gets out of prison.
Just might. He's awaiting his criminal trial. He's being charged with child abuse in the first degree of felony with a basic sentence of 18 years and a $15,000 fine. Wowzer.
All right. Another one of the books.
Here we go.
Don't forget to go vote at thecreepoff.com for who brought the creepiest roommate today. Thank you all so much for watching and listening to this program. We do invite you to check out our Patreon, where you do get the bonus episodes every week that we put out. You can get a link to the video to watch, or if you're more of a fan of listening to the audio content, you get that as well. Send that directly to your podcast player using the RSS feed. And we appreciate the support. We even send you out merch when you've been a subscriber for 3 months.
That's correct. All right, everybody. It's nice to be important.
I think we have one more super chat that came in at the end here.
It's a heart, you baboons.
Oh, well, I got it.
Boy, are we dumb.
I am dumb.
It's nice to be
literal Karl. It's more important to be nice.
It's the Creep Off.